It is a perfect summer day. 82 degrees, a slight breeze in the air, blue skies. I just got into the beach with my hot girlfriend. We're holding hands, laughing, having a good time. We get ready to go take a long walk on the water. I make it a couple 100 feet and my back starts aching. My calves are burning. My chest is clenched and tight. Baby, I need to stop. I feel so much shame and fear in that moment. Is this it? Is this when I die? I'd been having that feeling a lot lately. I wake up panicked every morning wondering, am I gonna have a heart attack or a stroke today? See, I'm 5 feet tall and I weigh almost 250 pounds. And over this last year, the health issues have just compacted on top of each other. The scariest is when I lay down at night, there's this crackling in my chest that sounds like a fireplace, and I can't make it up the stairs anymore without stopping halfway up to catch my breath. I'm a prisoner in my own body. I want to live. So I go to the pulmonologist to find out what's going on with my lungs, and he's looking at an x-ray of my chest, and he calls me over and he asks if I know what I'm looking at. And I see my lungs, kind of, but they're obscured by this gray, murky substance. No, what is that? That's fat. That's fat, and it's crushing your lungs. And if you don't lose weight, it's only gonna get worse. If I don't lose weight. How easy that is to roll off of some people's mouths. See, over the last 13 years, I have tried everything imaginable to lose weight. I have tried paleo and intermittent fasting. I've tried just starving myself and not eating at all. I've paid trainers and therapists and coaches. I can't lose weight. There's one thing that I haven't tried: weight loss surgery. And as I contemplated this, on one side of the list, there were so many reasons why it made sense to get the surgery. My family, career, a free life. On the other side, there was one thing: Jenny's ice cream. Brambleberry crisp, to be exact. It is so perfect. It is creamy, and there's the jam and the chunks of crisp. Food is my life. It is my career. It is my passion. It is how I experience the world and culture. Now, nobody said that when I had this surgery, I'd have to give up food for good. Not that extreme. But they do say protein only, a little bit of vegetables, and that's about it, forever. That was enough to give me pause. But in the end, I decided I want to live. And I'm going to get the surgery, but I'm gonna do it my way. And so begins the year-long arduous journey from decision to surgery day. I got poked and prodded and scoped and swabbed. My brain got checked and my heart got checked. I even had to write a compelling story to a nameless insurance agent in some office somewhere, begging for their mercy. Well, it was granted. And it's surgery day, and I'm in my gown and I'm feeling such a mixture of excitement and possibility and fear. I've never had a surgery before, let alone one where they take out 80% of my stomach. But really what scared me the most was, can my heart make it? What if I don't make it? What if it doesn't work for me? Then what? I didn't have much more time to think about it. They wheeled me back in the gown, and Brandy Carlisle is playing on the speakers, per my request. And that's the last thing I remember before I took a nice long nap. And then I was rudely woken up, being told I need to start walking. Everything in my life changed from that moment. The way I ate, the way I drank, the way I perceived fullness in food. I'm not gonna lie, it was hell. I persisted. It's Jen's 50th birthday, and we have not had a big food experience since my surgery. I want to go, and I want to take her out, and I want to do this right. So I make reservations at Aldi, and I go and I shop off the rack for the first time, and I don't know how long. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling cute, and we go out. We get to the restaurant, and I'm looking at the menu. I want to order everything. It all looks so good. The lamb and the carrots and the hummus and the pita, and, well, I order almost everything on the menu. And with each course that comes out, I eat 2 bites, and I put down my fork. And I savor the food and the conversation and the ambiance. We take home 2 overflowing bags of food with us, and we share it the next night with our kids, and all 4 of us eat the meal again. And I knew in that moment I can have it all. I can have the food and the experience and the health. Well, that hot girlfriend, she became the hot wife. She's sitting right over there. Her kids became our kids. And the health issues, they aren't there anymore. We took our honeymoon not too long ago, and we went to Mexico. And we went out on an excursion. At the end of it, an excursion, we ended it in Mexican cenote. And I put on a bathing suit, a 2-piece for the first time since high school. And I came out, and the guide said, anybody who wants to join me to jump is welcome. And he points up in the trees, and it's like 100 feet up. Probably not. There's this platform. A year ago, I would have said, no fucking way. I would die. Instead, I turned to my wife, and I said, baby, I'm going to jump. And with each step up that rickety ladder, I felt possibility and excitement. And I got to the top, and I look out over this beautiful landscape of trees and blue sky. I look down at the water, and I see my wife looking up at me, smiling. And there's only one thing I thought before I jumped: freedom.